Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-July 2017 tarot reading. So this is going to run roughly from the 15th to the 31st. I've mentioned that for all the signs, but I feel like for you guys, maybe watching this early on would be helpful for you, and then, you know, taking some of the advice that I'm going to talk about in just a little bit might be helpful for you for the rest of this year, okay? Because I feel like the energy shows up in the major arcana cards, which spans, I feel like, a couple months, you know, before and also after this reading. So I feel like the energy is longer, has a longer impact, or has a longer time frame in which it affects, okay? So I'm just going to go into the reading here. And one of the first things that I feel is a major examination into your financial circumstance, okay? I feel like some of you definitely have more than enough to take care of yourself, right? And I feel like, though, that is a small minority of you guys. You have more than enough to take care of yourself. However, they're telling you to examine where can we cut corners, where can we cut back, and are there people around you that are kind of like milking you of money? Okay, so are you giving your money away, or showering a lot of money, or dishing out a lot of money because of somebody in your environment who is draining you financially? And are you doing this because, you know, they are dependent on you in any way? If it's children, of course they're dependent on us, right? But I mean, like, are they grown adult that are taking advantage of your goodwill? And do you need to hold them accountable, or are you enabling them? Okay, so they're really talking about, you know, money and values being intertwined. But it's also greatly about, you know, really learning to take care of yourself, and allowing other people to, you know, step up and taking care of themselves. So not putting yourselves in a situation where you feel taken advantage of, where you feel like you have to, for example, give, you know, like for example, it's like if you're dealing with somebody that you care about, right? It's like giving out gifts, giving out favors, giving out monetary gifts so that they like you, okay? And obviously that's not going to apply to all, but they're saying something here about, you know, being extravagant with money and giving money to the wrong people, okay? So just be careful about that, especially if you're kind of in the red, okay? Managing your financial situation is going to be very important for the next 6 months. So I feel like from now to birthday time, okay? Please just take care of that, okay? On the other hand, what I do feel happening as well is I just keep seeing this person around you, another person around you. Could be a relationship partner, it could be children, it could be just somebody around you, like a roommate. Even if you have a roommate, they have boundary issues. They're making too many demands on you, and they're kind of like passive aggressive about things. So, you know, Sagittarius, you are a really impatient sign, okay? And let me just say this. I feel like somebody around you knows how to work the energy. Somebody around you knows that you're really patient. So they're just like, okay, they're with you, right? And they're just like, well, if I don't do it, the Sagittarius, they're really impatient. They're going to step in and do it. So I don't need to do anything. If I just, you know, passive aggressively wait it out, it's going to be done for me. So I feel like somebody knows how to manipulate you. Somebody knows how to work your energy against you. Does that make sense? So one of the big things that you need to be careful about is you're not naturally a suspicious person. And you do see the best in people. And, you know, like when it comes to energies and nuances, I feel like you're one of the signs that treats people more on a like a surface level. You assume that what you see is what you're going to get. And so when it deals with people who are very subtly manipulative, you might not know how to, you might not know that that's what they're trying to do. And so I feel like re-examining, you know, your relationships, and re-examining where have I kind of given my power away, Where have I kind of fallen into this rut of fixing things for other people when they should do it themselves, right? And then where am I overextending, offering my services when the other person just takes and takes and takes, okay? So I'm not telling you to be suspicious, but I'm telling you to take care of yourself, and I'm telling you to draw back your energy, and don't overcompensate in any way. You know, don't do things because out of guilt, or don't do things because you feel like you need to compensate in some way. Does that make sense? So, you know, that's just what I am feeling. If people around you are supposed to do something and they drag their feet and they take forever, don't get impatient and do it for them. Don't do that. Let them be accountable for their own responsibilities, okay? I feel like your energy and Pisces are very similar. You know, the whole enabling thing, but you're doing it in a different way, and Pisces fall in the trap of doing it in a different way. But I do feel that there's this energy about, you know, other people relying on you guys too much and relying on Pisces too much to do things that they need to do on their own. So just be careful of that, okay? So maybe re-examining these behaviors in the past, making sense of it, might be helpful for you for the next 6 months, okay? The other thing I am feeling here is I feel like you're getting a lot of emotional support from other people. So I do see family relationships are getting better. They're improving. And I mentioned for the monthly reading too, I just feel like, you know, it's a cyclical thing with family members, love, hate, right? But I feel like this is the month in which things are good. And when things are good, accept it for what it is. And just know that, you know, things are not always going to be good. With every social interaction, things are not always going to be a bed of roses. And so just enjoy the moment for what it is. Make plans, you know, like don't make plans too far into the future. When things are good, just enjoy the moment, okay? And just live in the moment. Don't project too far into the future, okay? And I'm also feeling a lot of you as well. There's an element here about I'm sensing like they're saying you're meeting with higher ups, you're meeting with people. So for example, if you're in a supervisory or in some type of a managerial, like upper echelon type of a position, you're meeting up with higher ups and they're telling you, you know, like I feel for some of you, oh, we're downsizing, so can you help us fire this person or that person? Or can you give us your honest appraisal of this person's performance or that person's performance? You're not somebody that wants to throw other people under the bus, but I feel like there are some uncomfortable situations or discussions with higher ups as it relates to who's doing their job well and who's not. Okay, so you might be called in to give your input and you're just like, oh, it's a catch-22. That's what it feels like to me. Like, on the one hand, you're incredibly honest, and that's why they're asking for your appraisal, right? But on the other hand, you don't want to hurt anybody's job. You don't want to hurt anybody's career prospects. So you're just like, you're trying, you're conflicted, and you are really honest. You want to be honest, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt the other person. So I feel like that's coming through too in your relationship sector, especially for those who are single. Here's the thing too. So I feel like that catch-22 energy is also playing out in your relationship sector, where somebody is making a pass at you and you really like them. And, you know, like you really like them as a person, but you might not have romantic feelings for them. Okay, so being very clear about where we stand with other people, that's going to be important for you. Being very clear, okay? And you don't want to hurt another person's feelings, but at the same time, you don't want to lead them on, right? So I feel like that's important for singles, okay? Or even people who are coupled up and you're being hit on by other people and you're just like, I like you as a person. And so it can create a lot of confusion, and the other person might feel, you know, like you're leading them on when that wasn't your intention. You just didn't want to hurt their feelings. So keep that in mind as well. I'm feeling a lot of work piling up for you guys. I'm seeing once again work and home life balance. Okay, so that means cleaning, washing those dishes, doing your laundry, keeping, you know, like your environment free of dust and dust mites and, you know, cobwebs and you know, dead skin cells. So like sweeping the floor and clearing up your space. You're actually going to operate at your very best when your home environment is kept and when your environment is dust free. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of work demands as well. So you might neglect your home, your domestic, you know, duties, your domestic chores. But there's also that element here about, you know, some of you, I feel like getting sick. And I do see you tend to fever when you get sick. So I feel like, you know, respiration, like breathing, if the environment is not cleaned out on a regular basis, there might be a lot of pollen or dust in the air. If you have pets, for example, there's a lot of dust, so you need to purify your environment. Cleaning, vacuuming is really going to help. Okay, it reduces allergens, and it can also help you improve your breathing and your health significantly. Okay, so take care of that. Start saving up, Sagittarius. I feel like there are major big things that you're thinking about 6 months down the line. Okay, so I've maybe like a birthday trip or something that could be a little bit more expensive. So I feel like that's coming through for you guys as well. Let me see if there's anything here. I'm sensing that for some of you, they're saying here that you can't please everybody. Okay, you're gonna, if you agree with one person, you might isolate, you know, the people that don't agree with that person. So there's no need to, you know, be like the person that has to please everyone. It's never gonna happen. And you know, in every situation when we are very opinionated and when we are very brutally honest, it can also isolate some people. So they're saying you can't please everybody. And so, you know, trying to please when it goes against everything that you believe in, that is not the right way for a Sagittarius to behave. Okay, so I hope the reading has been helpful for you guys. I do see some good things, but I also feel like a lot of work is piling up for you guys. So just take care of your health. Take care of yourself, okay, for the remainder of this month, okay? I wish you the best, and I'll be back for the August reading. Take care. Bye-bye.